Let me introduce Craig Canali. Craig is social media editor at NBC News. Prior to that, he worked at the Huffington Post as senior editor of traffic and trends. Among his duties at HuffPost were to oversee social media efforts and the HuffPost Trends team. In January 2009, before starting at HuffPost, he founded the website BreakingTweets.com, which tracked breaking news on Twitter and verified eyewitness accounts. Craig graduated from DePaul, Chicago, MA in online journalism, grew up in Buffalo, New York. For those that are following us on the Twitter stream, our hashtag is SMWPCNY, and if you can use the names, the Twitter names of our panelists when they're speaking, that would be good too. So, Craig, come on up, tell us a little bit about your job, your new job there.
Cool. So, I'm still fairly new with my new job. I've only been there for 3 months. So I thought I would go back a little bit and first give you guys some background about myself. First of all, I believe a big part of the social media editor role today is to tell stories. And we see that with Storify and so many different things. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of very, very brief stories to start us off. First of all, it's still amazing to me that I'm here in New York City, and I'm very humbled and honored to be here with all of you and with these superstars here on this panel. It's weird to be here. And you know, to think just 3 years ago I was in grad school and basically broke and didn't have a job or anything, and doing this blog that I wasn't getting paid for 7 days a week called Breaking Tweets. And that led to all the amazing things that have happened is pretty remarkable. And I think it speaks really to the power of the internet and the power of social media. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that because that blog I started, Breaking Tweets, was all about Twitter and news. And the idea was I was going to collect news stories. I was going to collect tweets that based on news stories around the world during breaking news events. And I started it in January 2009 at a time when tweets were not quoted in news stories, they were not shown on air, and it was like a joke basically at the time. And people thought my website was a joke at the time. And you know, I didn't really care, and I'm really glad I stuck with it. So when people think you're a joke, just stick with it, first of all. The other thing is, you know, I wrote an email, a blind email to Ariana Huffington one night, and she actually responded to it, and I was shocked because I didn't know her. And I said that I was looking for a possible partnership with my website because I was really excited about it, but it wasn't making any money. And I was looking for a larger audience, so maybe some people can relate with that. I was shocked that she actually responded. And she's like, oh, actually, we want to do more with Twitter, and let me connect you with our CEO. And next thing I knew, I was on the phone with the CEO of the Huffington Post, Eric Hippo, and one thing led to the next, and I started working at the Huffington Post in New York City. So, you know, crazy things happen with the web and social media, and just a couple little stories there. So it was pretty remarkable when NBC approached me, and now here I am at NBC, but I just wanted to kind of start with that to show you guys that, first of all, this stuff is not new. I know there's so much buzz about it, and Twitter and news and all this breaking news. It's not new. And we need to keep thinking about doing new things with it, though. We need to keep thinking about how to innovate and set ourselves apart, because everybody is doing a lot of the same things, and that's the challenge today. We need to do something different in all the noise. And I'm sure so many of you know that as creative professionals and media professionals, and that's the big challenge today for media. But it's also the great opportunity of our time, and I think it's such an exciting time to be in media and to be a part of social media. And you know, as Liz said before, I think social media editor is different at every organization, and I agree with that. For me, like I said, I carved a niche in breaking news, and Finding like eyewitness accounts to news stories during breaking news is what I've been doing for 3 years now. But there's so many different parts of social media, and as I said, I think we need to innovate and we need to think of new ways to use social media and be creative, and there's endless possibilities.